Hello and welcome back. This is video number 5, and in this video we're going to talk about how to kill two birds with one stone. So this phrase or saying is basically focusing on one thing that will allow you to save time and allow you to essentially achieve the goal of two things, which in this case is social proof and, second of all, engagement. Okay, so we talked briefly about earlier that the social proof aspect is just the likes, right? But it's not just the likes, it's also the content, right? The second thing, which is engagement, can only be achieved if you drive targeted likes or targeted visitors, right? So essentially this video is all about the conversion factor, because in the previous video, we talked about how to go about creating content within less than 5 minutes, which are basically images with quotes on them, right? So how do we create or get images that resonate with your targeted audience, and how do we figure that out? A lot of cases, a lot of times we think, oh, we know that. We know our audience pretty well, and we'll just pick and choose some images. But that's the wrong mindset to have, because just because we think that is the case, or we think that's what they would like, it's not always the case. So what you need to do is you need to figure out several different images that might be similar but slightly different. For example, for this fan page, we have a dog, a picture of a dog. We know the demographic is mainly women, and these particular women may like dogs. So we have a cute dog here, and then of course, a day without laughter is a day wasted, Nicholas Chamfont. So that's a quote that sort of ties into the cute puppy. So it's saying that you need to laugh every single day, and this looks kind of funny, all right? So that's one image that we could test. Another image that we could test would be something similar, maybe another dog, but with a different quote. So that's what we did in this case. Now, this was actually just uploaded recently, so you can see it's only got 82 people reached. But this one here is a picture of another dog with some quote that says, "Kindness is the best key to open the locked door of every heart." So this is a little bit more sentimental. It's not more laughter, but we can see that it's got 258 people reached and 11 engagements versus the other one that had no engagements at all. So we haven't even run ads yet, but if we do run ads, then we can test these two up against each other and see which actually converts. Now, in terms of images, what I recommend is whatever your niche is, whatever your market is, try to test different images ranging from different things that relate directly to the product and service that you're selling, or things that are unrelated, or things that make people laugh, make people feel good inside, kind of thing. And just test it out and see which one gets the most engagement. And that's all we're trying to figure out right now, because in terms of setting up the ad campaign, the ad set level, and the ad, that's what I'm going to teach you in the next 3 videos. So for now, it's just a matter of gathering images that you think would convert. And then by the next 3 videos, you'll see whether or not they will convert or not based on the tier 3 country traffic. So that is going to allow us to test images by only spending literally $10, $20, $30, or even $50 versus testing it against a tier 1 country initially and spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars before you even figure out what actually works. So that's what I want you to do for now, is just do that. Now, I want you to go to different sites. There's several sites out there that will provide you with these kind of royalty-free images. Get Stencil was one of them. But if you don't see anything that you don't like on Get Stencil, there are actually other sites out there. Okay, so there are 2 websites that we use for almost the last decade. And the first one is Big Stock Photo. That's bigstockphoto.com, as you can see here. This they have really good images, and it does cost money, obviously. Another one is called graphicriver.net, and if you go here, you can actually go to photos, and you'll find photos for about $2. Now, if you're low on money and you want something for free, then there's another site called pixabay.com. And you can go there, you can sign up, and you can find a lot of really good royalty-free free images that allow for commercial use. And as you can see, it looks just as good. There's just a more of a limited variety compared to that of like Big Stock Photo or even Graphic River. So now that you have an idea of what to do, which is gather the images, want you to pause the video, figure that out, and then in the next 3 videos, I'm going to show you how to actually set up your ads. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 6, and we're going to start the ad creation process right now. But before we do, what I've done here is in the next 3 videos is to break things down as simplistic as possible, especially for those of you who have never run a Facebook ad, or you have and it just looks very complex. So in this video, we're going to talk about campaigns. In the next video, we're going to talk about ad sets. And then of course, video number 8, we'll talk about ads. Now the ads, let's go ahead and click create, and I'll explain the structure. So go ahead and click create here. Okay, so now we've brought to a campaign. So here's basically how it works. A campaign, think of it like a folder on your computer or a physical folder or whatever. That's just a big folder. And then within that folder, you have many different folders. Or think of it like this. This is a filing cabinet. And then within the filing cabinet, you have many different folders. And then within each folder, you have many different ads, right? So it's just a way to kind of categorize things. So in this case, our goal is to get more page likes, right? So that's an engagement factor. So we are going to specify and tell Facebook, hey, we want to create a campaign and our objective is to get more likes. That's all. And I'll discuss more about these in the future videos. For now, let's just focus on campaign. So it says, go ahead and choose your objective. So in this case, it's going to be under engagement. So you click that, and then next, scroll down. And then Facebook now asks us, what kind of an engagement? Do you want a post engagement? Do you want page likes? Do you want event responses? All right, so in this case, it's page likes. We're going to click that here, and you can name the campaign name here. So what I recommend is whenever you create an ad, to make sure to kind of create a system of your campaign names, because when you begin to create more campaigns, it'll just get confusing. So you could insert things like maybe who you're targeting or what it is. So engagement likes. You could do X fan page, whatever fan page that is, and we can do page likes. That way we know what we're dealing with. So if we're looking through our campaigns and we look at the names of the campaigns, instead of having to go in and try to figure out what it is, you can figure out it all off the bat. Next thing is create split tests. We're going to totally ignore that. We're not interested in that. You can do that later if you want to, but you want to try to simplify things as much as possible. Now, campaign budget optimization. What is that? According to Facebook, it's a system and it's an algorithm that will basically distribute your budget across different ad sets to get more results. And basically you're using their AI or artificial intelligence to figure out, okay, which of these ad sets are converting, and then let's focus on those ad sets. Now, bear in mind with campaign budget optimization, in order for it to work effectively, you will need to increase your daily budget. So right now they say $125, but we recommend probably $10, $20 just to get started right off the bat. Now you can start with $5 if you want to and test how it works. But with the way campaign budget optimization works is it's trying to analyze different campaigns. And in order for you to get enough data, you have to run some money through each and every one of those ad sets, if that makes sense. So let's say the system has to run it through at least a couple thousand people before it can get the right data. But the way you have to think of it like this: with paid ads, it's all about buying the data. It's not about winning out of the gate. But fortunately, with this strategy here, you can lower your costs. Okay, so at this point, we're just going to say $10 daily budget. Now, you can specify lifetime budget if you want to, but we like to stick with daily budget. The campaign bid strategy, lowest cost, lowest cap. We usually stick with lowest costs and click continue. Okay, so at this point, we are at the ad set level. So I'm going to stop here and pause a minute. And what I highly recommend that you do is try to follow along. Try to create a campaign, choose the engagement, choose page likes, and get to this point. All right, so let's move on to the next video.